On our last day of Black History Month, we wanted to talk about a great human that helped move the civil rights movement, Malcolm X. Malcolm X was born in 1925 and was assassinated in 1965. Malcolm X was an African-American leader in the civil rights movement, minister and supporter of black nationalism. He urged his fellow black Americans to protect themselves against white aggression by any means necessary, a stance that often put him at odds with the nonviolent teachings of Martin Luther King Jr. A spokesman for the Nation of Islam until 1964, he was a vocal advocate for black empowerment and the promotion of Islam within the black community.
Good morning, Richwoods. These are your morning announcements for Monday, February 28th, 2022. I'm Maggie Moore.
And I'm Brennan Tuma, and now on to your student news.
Wrestling is having another spring wrestling club starting April 4th through May 18th. We will meet on Monday and Wednesday from 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. so that individuals competing in spring sports can come to our club and try it out after their team practices. The more exposure and mat time you have, the better you will compete. Looking to the future, we are hoping more girls at Richwood see this as an opportunity and will come out and wrestle.
French Club will be selling king cakes and other goodies during lunches through tomorrow, March 1st, when Mardi Gras starts. Please stop by our table in the terrazzo to help support the club. All items are $1.
Tryouts are today, the 28th, Tuesday, March 1st, and Wednesday, March 2nd. Please attend an informational meeting today after school in room 262.
Model United Nations is hosting movie night at the castle this Friday, March 4th, showing Black Panther. Doors will be open at 5 p.m. and the movie will begin at 5:30 p.m. A raffle for a pair of Jordan 4s will be held during the movie and the winner will be announced the next day. Tickets for both the movie and the raffle will be sold all week, starting today, February 28th, through Friday, March 4th, during all lunches and at the door. Come by and support the RHS Model United Nations and win a pair of new kicks.
Hey, if you like K-pop, K-dramas, Korean food, or Korean culture, then K-Club is for you. The first meeting will be hosted by the lovely Mrs. Harsh tomorrow in the orchestra room from 2:10 to 3:10 after school. Make sure to bring $2 for the member's fee. Food will be provided, so we hope to see you there.
If you missed the informational music assembly meetings, it is not too late to get involved. If you can sing, dance, juggle, or play an instrument, or are in a band and want to share your talent with the school, we would like you to try out for Music Assembly 2022. Record your performance and submit to kara.bainter@psd150.org no later than 2 p.m. Carefully read the attached for specific guidelines and directions. Questions or copies of the participant sheet, contact Senorita Conger, Mr. Hayes, Mrs. Bainter, or Mrs. Funcannon.
Our next Ravenous Readers meeting will be March 10th. We will discuss the book at that meeting. If you have not picked up your book yet, please stop by the library and get your copy from Mrs. Craycraft.
Softball players will be having tryouts today, the 28th, and tomorrow, the 1st, in the back gym from 2:30 to 4:30. Any questions? See Miss Newton.
Attention freshmen, sophomores, and juniors. Exercise your right to vote this Thursday for your class officers. Voting links will be emailed to your school email address Thursday, March 3rd.
And now for your haps around the castle.
Teacher leaders, 3rd hour, room 159.
Staff meeting after school in room 183.
Spring musical practice, 6 to 8, auditorium.
These have been your morning announcements for Monday, February 28th, 2022. I'm Brennan Tuma.
And I'm Maggie Moore. Have a marvelous Monday, Richwoods.
Class of 2022, we are looking for pictures to add to your senior video. This video will be shown at your graduation ceremony in May. You can send in your pictures to either the KNYT Instagram account at KNYT_news or the richwoods2022@gmail.com. We want to see how you... We got that right. We want to see how far you've come in the last 4 years. Make sure to send in those photos.
So I heard you missed Dig 'em at our lunch. Here's what went down.
This is a melody.
all the royals in the castle today. I wanted to say happy last day of Black History Month, and I wanted to kind of explain to you what you're about to see. You're about to see some of your classmates read some really powerful literature. What happened was a young man named Ahmed Aubrey was murdered a couple of years ago. And it was devastating because he was just on a run and he was unfairly gunned down. And so all of these people that were so upset by it wrote into NPR, National Public Radio for all you AV students, and they made this collaboration of this really, really powerful poem, and NPR put it together to make one poem that we could read for you today. I wanted to give a shout out to Ja Mubalama for helping read this poem, Jewel Moore Young, Zariah Franklin, Kayla Young, James Dudley, and Edmund Nelson. These powerful words might make you feel uncomfortable, and that's because sometimes it's uncomfortable talking about racism, but it is okay because that's how we move past it. That's how we figure out in society how to truly be equal, and that's what we should be. I hope that you had some fun this month. I hope you learned something about Black culture and about incredible human beings with an African American heritage that have done incredible stuff to make America what it is. And I hope you enjoy the poem that you're about to hear.
What is the color of air?
Who owns the right to breathe?
Why are we so afraid of each other?
When will they come for the brown men I know and love?
What was his crime?
What was his crime?
What was his crime?
What is his crime? Is there justice for all in the land for free?
Or only for those who are white like me?
What is the vaccine for this pandemic?
I wonder where my baby is.
Another Black body shot.
White hot hate left its stain on a blackened Georgia road.
My country, 'tis of thee. We must raise the skeletons buried deep in our past. 1880,
1890, 1920.
1990, 2020.
Give it time, white fragility says.
nothing moves forward. Until this hunting stops.
Knife on our collective tongues. Please stop running from the truth and listen.
Please stop running from the truth and listen.
Please stop running from the truth and listen.
Please stop running from the truth and listen. This death was everyone's fault.
This is on you, young America.
We must accept the lingering shame and guilt, the anger and mistrust inequality has instilled.
Apologize for the damage, commit to sow a future with humility.
While we wait such a day, let us say your name.
Ahmaud Arbery.
Ahmaud Aubrey.
Ahmed Aubrey.
Ahmaud Aubrey.
I'm sorry that we all know your name now, that we will forget it far too soon.
I'm sorry that the only song they can sing for you is tragedy.
I'm so sorry that all I can do is write this poem. I am sorry that your life has become a metaphor.
A house being built down the road. He liked to mark its progress.
Dream of building one himself. Eyes shine through windows like raccoons in the woods at night.
Their faces twisted pink and hot. He knows these trees and their strange fruit.
Of thee I sing. After hatred's song is spilled out into the streets,
And across soft green lawns that cannot be unsung.
After bullet leaves chamber, it cannot be recalled.
My heart rages for another mother's loss of her son, for the blindness, for the cover-up.
for the tears not enough to wet the graves of so many lost for the sake of insanity.
A black babysitter caring for white children. A black professor opening his own front door.
A young black woman sleeping in her own college lounge. A black teen knocking on a door to ask directions.
His first words, "Don't be afraid," a black boy jogging in the morning.
There is an essential difference between running and running for your life.
There is an essential difference between running and running for your life.
There's an essential difference between running and running for your life.
I remember my mother tonight. She got down on her hands and knees on the frayed rug, tired of the facade of racial progress. Pain too hard to bear, fist pumping out the beat.
I can't take it anymore.
I don't fear the pickup trucks. It's only the dogs sometimes, when there are two or more, and mean, who charge out onto the road, hair raised along their backs, barking and growling.
Coming up behind me, looking for a chance to bite. My deepest fear is that I am black and that I will be murdered for it.
They are young men, simply going about their lives. Never, ever again should a dream be deferred, should a parent have to explain.
Jim Crow still lives in the hearts and minds of white men. Should a young man look over his shoulder at a gun and run only to lose this race?
Never, ever again.
Never, ever again.
We do have a choice. It is an easy choice. We fight to raise above the sin.
We fight to be a world of one.
Fight for our humanity, because after leaves fall, they cannot be reattached to the tree.
Because broken hearts still beat.
Because broken hearts still beat.
Because broken hearts still beat.
Because broken hearts still beat. Because justice peeks her head around the corner.
And hope the door doesn't slam.
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 And hope doesn't slam.
Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring, ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of a new day begun, let us march on till victory is won.